So, hi students, I hope that you all are doing well. This is our 10th video lecture in computer organization and architecture. We are following as for the SPT syllabus. I am taking the classes or preparing the video lectures topic by topic in a sequence order. This is our 10th topic that we are going to discuss in our second unit. All of you know about the name of the second unit, that is register transfer language and micro operations. In my previous lectures, in our second unit, I already covered what is a register transfer language, what is a register, how data is transferred from one register to another register. For that, what kind of operations we are using and what are the micro operations. And I also explained each and every bit. So basically computer, it has 8 different types of bits, and 8 different types of bits are, that is registers. Registers are, they have their own functionalities, different purposes to transfer the data, to help the processor to store the data, instructions, and doing the result and the increment or decrement. There's all kinds of operations performing inside the registers. Inside the registers, that means inside the data. So, in my last video lecture, I stopped at discussing of the arithmetic operations. And this video lecture, I want to continue micro operations after arithmetic operations. Look at here, logical micro operations. Arithmetic operations already we discussed, and this one is the logical micro operations. All of you know about the logical operations. What are the logical operations? AND operation, OR operation, NAND, NOR, XOR, exclusive OR, NOT. So these are all logical operations. So these logical operations also we are using in computer organization architecture. That's why in our previous video lecture, we discussed about gates. Okay, logical gates, AND gate, NOR gate, OR gate, and exclusive OR gate, NAND gate. So these are gates that we are using in computer organization to transfer the data one place to another place based on the control signals. Based on the control signals. Okay. Now we'll see what are logical operations that you are performing in computer organization and architecture. Look at here, totally 16 types of operations that you are using in computer organization architecture. 16 kinds, 16 types are there. First one is clear and transfer A, and we can say that OR operator, AND operator, NAND operator, exclusive OR, exclusive NOR, and negation. Okay, these are different types of operations, and will give the different result. One for clearing, one for transferring, one for exclusive OR, for adding, so for subtracting, or giving the signals, for waiting stage. So these are all different types of operations based on this logical inputs. So look at here, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0. So based on this input, and at the same time a logical performance, the output will be there. So these are the selection lines. So what you are able to see here, left side column, these are the selection lines. When we are selecting, that means when logically selected 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, then it will perform the one kind of operation. What is that? Initially 0, 0, 0, it perform the clear operation. If it is 0, 0, 1, it perform the AND operation. If it is 0, 0, 1, 0, it perform the transfer operation. If 0, 0, 1, 1, it perform the again exclusive OR operations. So based on the input, so and at the same time micro operations, and Boolean function, okay, it will gives the output. Look at here, hardware implementation of the logical micro operation. Hardware implementation of the logical micro operation. Sir, when AND operation will perform, or when OR operation will take a place, or when XOR operation will take a place, or any complement, negation also called complement. So when complement will take a place. So these all operations will take a place based on the selection lines. Selection lines here, look at the diagram. So this is the multiplexer. The 4x1 multiplex is given here. This 4x1 multiplexer is added by 2 selection lines and 2 outputs. So AI, BI and SI, SO, these are the FI is the output, AI, BI is input, S1, S0, the both are the, these both are, look at here. So these two are the selection lines, S1 and S0, and AI, BI, we are giving the input, and F1 is the output of the multiplexer. The output will depends on the selection lines. The selection line shows the operator, the operation that have to perform, and based on the operation, the multiplexer will produce the output. So which operation would be performed, it will be decided by the selection line. So what are the selection lines? Look at here. If the selection line select the 0, 0, then that is the AND operation. If selection lines selected the 0, 1, then that would be a OR operation. If selection line select the 1, 0, that is a XOR operation. If select line select the 1, 1, that is a complement operation. So based on the selection line, the operation will be depend. So the selection line decides which operation will take a place. So these all are logical operations. Logical operations. So look at here one more time. So logical operations means AND operation, OR operation, NOR operation, complement, XOR, exclusive OR. These are the logical operations. Previously we discussed arithmetic operations, subtraction, division, multiplication, increment, decrement. These are the arithmetic operations. AND, OR, NOR, XOR, complement, these are the logical operations. Okay, so both are different. These are the logical operation diagram. Previously we have seen that is arithmetic circuit. Now I am going to talk about other micro operations. So other micro operations are shift micro operations, register transfer micro operations. So as for the content, we have to understand one thing here. What are micro operations? So what are they? Micro operations examples. What is the arithmetic operation? What is a logical micro operation? And what is a shift micro operation? What is a register transfer micro operations? Okay, so among these points, I covered about arithmetic micro operations and logical operations for what? For understanding of micro operations in a computer organization and architecture. So these are the important. For knowing of this concept, we discussed these two kinds of operations as examples. Now we can go for next topic, that is bus and memory transfer. This is one of the important question to understand the bus transfer and common bus and bus memory transfer. In my last video lecture, in the second unit, I explained what is a bus in a computer and the functionality of the bus in a computer and advantages and kinds of buses and different kinds of buses, where they are existing, how they are using, how they are connecting all the components of the computer internally and externally, I explained everything in my previous video lecture. Now I am going to talk about the bus or a common bus, how it transferring data to memory. Okay, we will see that one. All of you look at here. This is the 4 register bus. 4 register bus means 4 registers are connected to this bus. 4 registers are connected to this bus. So, what is the complexity that we can understand in a bus concept is bus connected with the multiple wires, one component to another component. Computer is a different components box. In the computer, multiple components are there. These multiple components, they should have an interaction among them with the wires. So bus help us to transfer the data one component to another component. We know that. Here when you are arranging multiple or ample of wires, there is a drawback. There is zigzag, ambiguity, the confusion. So that's why we are making the things in a complex way. So reducing of the complexity and ambiguity. So here we are arranging, what is that? 4 register common bus, a register bus, 4 register bus. So these 4 registers will be connected to the bus, and this is inside of this bus, it has the multiplexers. So already we know what is the multiplexer. So multiplexer is nothing but taking up the multiple inputs and giving the one output. Multiplexer will take the multiple inputs and it will give the one output. So here also multiplexer help us to take the different inputs from different components, or that is nothing but different registers, and it will give the output. That's why you are using multiplexers here. This is a 4 register bus. So 4 registers connected to the one common bus. Okay. Now this common bus, how it will work? Look at here. Register A, it contains 4 bits. Register B, again it contains 4 bits. Register C, again it contains 4 bits. Register D, it contains 4 bits. Totally how many bits are there? 4 into 4, 16 bits are there. Now 16 bits are there. We are taking the 4 cross 1, 4 multiplexers. What is the size of multiplexer? 4 cross 1. That is the size of multiplexers. Like that we are taking the 4 multiplexers. This 4 multiplexer connected to the 4 registers. Okay, inside of the bus, multiplexers are connected to the registers. So these registers will work based on the selection lines. So here in this bus, we have 2 selection lines, S1 and S0. So here 4 registers are there, A, B, C, D. And our purpose is to transfer the data. What is the purpose of the bus? To transfer the data one place to another place, or one component to another component. Here 4 registers are there. These 4 registers, they have to select and they have to send data to some particular place. Which register will select? And now bus will send the which register data? Register A, register B, register C and register D. 4 registers are there. Now which register data will be select? Will be select. That based on the selection line. That based on the selection line. Here 2 selection lines are there. They are S1 and S2. What are the S1 and S2? Look at here, one symbol is given, bus gives list R. We are sending register data to bus, and this bus carry the register data to some particular processor or some particular memory locations. Now how bus carrying the data? Our point is here, how this bus selecting a particular register. I already said that this register connected to the bus lines. The bus will pick up the one register based on the selection lines that is there. What are the selection lines? S1 and S0. These two are the selection lines. So I will show the truth table of S1 and S0. Then based on the S1 and S0, the register will be picked up by bus and data will be transferred one place to another place. This is the 4-bit register, 4 register common bus. This is a combination of multiplexers, 4 multiplexers, because each multiplexers will take the 4 inputs and it will give the 1 output. Okay, 4 inputs it will take. We have the 16 bits, that's why we need a 16 input taking of the bus, 16 input. So multiplexer contains 4 inputs, 4 multiplexers will contain the 16 inputs. So 16 bit registers, okay, can give the 16 inputs to the bus because it contains the 16 input multiplexers. Each multiplexer contains 4 inputs. Totally 16 input multiplexers are there. So here we have to select the register. The register will be selected by the selection line. How it will select, we will see. Look at the diagram carefully. Register A, 1 connected to the 0, and next one 2 connected to the 0, and the same way 3 connected to the 0, 4 connected to the 0. So multiplexer first 0, so 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1. Next 2 connected to the next position, then 3 connected here, 4 connected here, again 3 connected here, 4 connected here. So now these all inputs are connected to the multiplexers based on the register wise. Now which register will be placed in the bus, that is depends on the selection line. So how the selection will be done, we will see. Based on the selection only, the register A or register B or register C or register D, based on the selection line, it will going to be transfer data to the bus. Okay, it is going to be transfer data to the bus. So data will be carried by the bus based on the selection line. Look at here. Look at here. I want draw the truth table. This is a 4-bit register bus. Here, which bus will selected based on the selection line? Selection lines are S0 and S1. So S0 1 0 0. If S0 S1 0 0, register A will select for bus. If S0 0 1, register B will be select. If S0 S1 1 0, register C will be select. So S0 S1 1 1, then register D will be select. So based on the selection lines. The selection lines are 0 0. Which register going to be select? Register A going to be select. If selection lines are 0 1, register B will be. If selection lines are 1 0, register C will be. And selection lines are 1 1, and register D will be going to be placed inside the bus to carry the data one place to another place. This is the how the bus working. This is the 4 register bus. And next we will see transfer from bus to destination register. Till now we have seen transfer from register to bus. Now we are going to see from bus to register. from bus to register. That is called destination register. How it will do? Okay, we will see. Here we are using 3 state bus buffers. 3 state bus buffers. So all of you know about the buffer. This is it's like a buffer. It's like a complement. If you give the input 1, it will give the output 0. If you give the input 0, it will give the output 1. Simply quite opposite. 1 gives 0, 0 gives 1. That is complement. So we are using here 3 state buffer for what? For transferring data bus to destination register. Along with the 3 state buffers, we are using a decoder also. We are using the decoder. We are using decoder plus 3 state buffer to transfer the data bus to destination register. So look at here, bus lines are there. These bus lines connected with the 4 registers, register 1, register 2, register 3, and decoder also connected with that. And now look at down here. Look at down here. This is the A0, B0, C0, D0. On selection lines are S0, S1, and decoder 0, 1, 2, 3. This is the decoder. Decoder and 3 state buffers are with the selection lines connected with the 4-bit 4 register bus. 4 register bus. Now I already said what is a buffer. What is a buffer? Actually, buffer we are using for complement. Okay, so buffer will have the 2 states, but we are using the 3 state buffer. What is the difference between normal buffer and 3 state buffer? Buffer, it will have 1 input and 1 output. So it contains 1 input state and 1 output state. That is called state buffer. But we are using here 3 state buffer. Okay, 3 state buffer. Why are you using this? Extra we are using control input C. Control input C. That's why we are using 3 state buffer. Actually buffers are, it has the only 2 states. One is input, second one is output. But you are taking another extra, that is control state. So control state will give the high impedance. Control state will give the high impedance. So why we are using the buffers in a computer organization? When we want to make a delay, so actually it gives the input output. Based on the input, it will produce the output. But we are using the buffers for what? To make the delay. To make the delay. So that's why we are using the buffers. Now here one more state is there, that is high impedance states. Actually in normal state what will happen now? In normal state, what the input you are giving, the same output it will produce. That is the normal state. But when you are high impedance state, it will not give like that. It will give 0 output. It will give the 0 output. Look at here. High impedance stage only I am talking. If it is 1, it will give the output. If it is not the 1, it will not give the any output. So what is the normal state of the buffer? Normal state of the buffer is giving the input as it is to the output. What is the input is there? The same output will get at the end. But in here, an high impedance state, if the input is 1, the control input is 1, then it will give the output. When n it will 0, it doesn't produce anything. So this is actually a 3 state buffer functionality. Now look at here. We are having the 3 state buffer and 1 decoder connected with the 4 register bus. So this is how the 4 register bus connected to the 3 state buffer and decoder. So it helps us to transfer data bus to destination register. How register will be selected? Same, based on the selection line. Based on the selection line. So already we discussed how selection lines are working. Selection lines are, there are 4 combination: 0 0 combination, 0 1 combination, 1 0 combination, and 1 1 combination. 0 0 combination, register A will be selected, 0 1 combination, register B will be selected, 1 0 combination, register C is selected, and 1 1 combination. Okay, 1 1 combination. So register, remaining register will be selected. So this is about the 3-state bus buffer concept. Now till now we discussed micro operations, especially logical operations, logical micro operations. After that we discussed bus memory transfer, bus and memory transfer, and I explained about 4 register bus concept. Then I explained 3-state bus buffer with connected decoder. So how data transferring register to bus, and the same way how data transferring bus to register. So this is about your 11th lecture. In this lecture I covered one thing, micro operation, second thing is bus and memory transfer. So this is the very important video lecture, because based on these topics you will get the questions in examination. I hope that you will prepare seriously. Thank you for listening. We will see remaining concepts in our forthcoming lecture. So before going to wind up this video lecture, I want to introduce about the data movement instructions. So then we will wind up this video lecture. So look at here, data movement instructions. Till now I discussed what is a data, different types of data registers, and second I talked about the register transfer language. Then we discuss micro operations and kinds of micro operations. Then we discuss bus and memory transfer. So these are the important topics till now what we discussed in this video lecture and in our previous video lectures. And here one more important thing is data movement instructions. What are operations that you are performing inside of computer organization and architecture? These all operations will perform based on the certain instructions. So in a computer, nearly 86 to 125, nearly this many of instructions are there. This many instructions are there. This kind of instructions we call default instructions. These default instructions are designed by the programmer itself. So these instructions help us to do this type of micro operations. My dear students, please try to understand here. These all operations based on micro instructions. These all operations based on instructions. So data movement instructions. Okay, it may be transferring data register to register, or register to memory, or memory to processor, process to any component, or output to input, input to output. So whatever it may be, what the communication is going on in between the all components, what the operations going on in between the all the components inside of the architecture, everything will based on the data movement instructions. So example, move sx, move zx, push, pop, bs, wap, xchg, xlat, in, out. These are the different kinds of assembly or data movement instructions in a computer. Okay, based on these instructions micro operations will be performed, or data will move one register to another register. Thank you for listening.